Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the channelers, healers, and voices behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to teach ancient wisdom, and to heal.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures know really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for the sake of simplicity, we simply call them our spirit team.
And how we channel as a couple is quite unique. Divine energies come through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, and into my solar plexus chakra, through my crown chakra, and back up. And it forms a three-dimensional triangle, which is used to teach and to heal.
Now these energies flow back and forth, a bit like an infinity eight. And the symbolism behind why and how this happens is pretty profound.
It's accessing divine feminine energies and divine masculine energies and weaving them together as one energy to teach and to heal.
Now, for our Blue Soul Wisdom series, we're actually going to be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd simply like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you would like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Renee. And we are here today to talk about higher frequencies and us in our human forms being transmitters of those higher frequencies. How is it done? How do we do it? How do we access it? So we are going to be channeling and bringing through our spirit guides. As Anthony connects now to our guides, I just wanted to read a few excerpts from I Am Word by Paul Selig. Throughout the book, which is really interesting, he says, I am Word, not I am the Word, but I am Word, and he does it consistently throughout the book. Now, one of the things that Anthony and I noticed when we were reading this book is that those words, I am Word, triggered something in both of us. Paul in his book talks about Christ consciousness quite a bit, not to be confused with Jeshua, who once walked the plane 2,000 years ago. Christ consciousness is a consciousness of love that is around the planet, and we all possess it, we all have it. It's part of universal consciousness, and it's part of what we can tap into ourselves as human beings. When you set the intention to become yourself as the Christ consciousness, which is essentially divine love, you elevate the frequency of the body and your energy field. When you do this and you intend to witness everyone else as their own Christ consciousness, which essentially means you're recognizing that everyone is aligned with your own consciousness of divine love. There's no separation. I am Word through those I see before me. Word, I am Word. Again, this is the language that was channeled throughout. Word, I am Word, I am Word. When you do this, you become a transmitter for the higher frequency that is working through you, and you bring those before you into alignment with a Christ consciousness or divine love. You are doing this on a level of energy, and they may feel it or they may not. You may feel it or you may not. And they will experience it on a higher level, and they will be transformed by it. And so that's what we're going to talk about today.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming through on such an important topic as divine love, and we love Paul's work.
We are here and happy to serve you and to be transmitters. Now, let's speak about transmitters. Are you truly transmitters? Yes, you are. As we had spoken previously in some of your other episodes, your DNA is a part of a consciousness, a whole consciousness connected to all things. You are actually walking little transmitters yourselves. So if you see yourselves as a transmitter of love, of Christos or Christ consciousness, then that is what you will transmit. You will transmit love. If you do not see yourself as being a transmitter of love and a transmitter of something that we refer to as a lower vibration, or not close to the light, then that is what you will transmit. It is up to you what type of transmitter you decide to be. What do you and Anthony decide to be? Well, you decided to be transmitters of love, and that is why we are here, to tell everybody about that.
So how do we all become transmitters of love? Is it simply a feeling and an intention that we are going to send the vibration and the energy of divine love to people around us, to the universe, to the planet?
You know, we will say this, as we had said over 2,000 years ago, and then beyond that. It is as simple as that. You only need to have the intention that you decide that this is what you choose to be. If you choose to be connected to all things and know that you are not separate, and that you allow the energy of Christ or the Christos energy to come through, as you said, it is a part of your planet and every planet. It is an energy of love. If that is the energy that you choose to connect to and to transmit, then that is what you will become. But it does take practice, because there are forces that wish you not to be a transmitter of love, but to stay in a lower portion of the light.
Aside from outside energies,
Yes.
are there other things within ourselves that are also stopping us from transmitting? Like trauma, like early conditioning and limited belief systems?
Of course. Everything that you experience in this as your humanity, within your body, within this experience, will have an effect on you, on how well you decide to connect to the all consciousness, and how well it is that you decide to connect to the Christos energy. If you decide to live with those strings or shadows of fears, guilt, contempt, the unknowing, the cravings, these are the things that you will project also out to others. We tell you, and we will tell you again, it does take practice. But you all have it built into your DNA to be these beautiful transmitters of light and love energy.
Was this channel text, the language that was used, I am word versus I am the word, it triggered something in Anthony and I know it's happened to friends as well. So there must be something in the context of this channel text exactly as it is that triggers some aspect of this
Yes.
Christos energy.
That is correct. You could say this, I am who I am, is the same as I am word. For the word itself of I am who I am is the great connecting energy to source energy. So when you say I am word, you are saying that I am who I am, and that is universal consciousness. You understand when you say that I am word, that you are the true energy that you are, and that you are perfect.
Which is light and love.
Yes, of course. And that is the true word. The true word, the only thing that is truly permanent in the universe, is love. Word.
There are times and places when we can be stronger transmitters. I do know that as we transmit love in our humanness, our auric field gets wider and wider and wider and wider.
It expands.
It expands.
Yes. You want that to expand.
So tell us about that when we are in a place of love, surrender, giving, and that we want to be of purpose, talk about how that expands our auric field and how that helps serve humanity.
Well, think about this. You decide to put yourself in some water that's very cold. Your energy will ultimately go only into the center of your body. It is there to protect all of your organs. It shrinks. However, when you become heated, your body expands. Now think about the energy. When you are of an energy that is a very low frequency, it stays very close to your body. But when you decide to become light energy, and you are connected to source, it expands, it expands, it expands. It becomes very fast, hot, if you will, and will expand outward. And that is the love energy that you will give to others as well. You will expand your aura as your frequency increases in speed and vibrational patterns.
Now, also, when it increases in speed and vibrational patterns, does that also make it easier to connect to you and other dimensions, even on other planes, for example?
Of course, because when you are creating those energies at that speed and at those patterns, that vibration, you are bringing in source energy, which is pure love and light.
And also, like a radio frequency, it's easier to connect to the frequency at which other higher vibrational beings,
yes, of course,
are connecting.
Those lower vibrational beings will not connect to you. They will not receive your frequency, and they will not tune into it. That is good, isn't it?
It is.
We thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you for having us. Om Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti.
We will take leave now.
Great.
Thank you.
So as our guides are leaving now, and then Anthony will return momentarily. But we thank you so much for joining us today to talk about the concept of the word, or I am what I am that I am, essentially aligning yourself with who you truly are, which is so much more than the human body. We are spirit first, after all, and we all have the ability to connect to that soul. We have the ability to connect to our higher self. We have the ability to access this tremendous wealth of information and love and manifestation and never-ending possibilities from these other dimensions.
That is correct. That's right.
And when we do that, and we do it from a place of alignment, purpose, and love, we become transmitters.
And I really believe that when we are these transmitters of light and love source energy, we attract that to ourselves as well.
Absolutely. So thanks so much for being here, and we hope that we see you soon.
Thank you.